Okay, so in today's class, we are going to discuss about the collections. So what is the collections? And we will try to understand what is the different types of collections there in Java. So before that, we will try to understand what is collection. So collection is one of the Java frameworks. So that will provide us to manipulate and store the group of objects together. So that is what collection is called. So we discussed and we have did some kind of statements and manipulation using the primitive data types as well as non-primitive data type like strings and arrays and integer like float and double and all. So these are a kind of a data structure, and this will allow us to manipulate the group of objects. So we can write, or you can manipulate the multiple objects actually. So that is what a collection is called. So basically collection is providing three different interfaces, that is list and queue and set, as well as map also is there. It is not comes to a collection family. Actually it is a different family. I will explain in detail while discussing about the map. The first thing I'm going to explain is a set and list and queue. So what is these interfaces? What are the different classes which implements that interfaces, that we will try to understand, right? Let me go to the real time and let me try to start executing some simple Java project where I will try to explain all the predefined interfaces and classes that collection is offering. Okay. So I'm going back to here and I have created the project here src, and let me create a new package, and the package is com.demo, and inside that let me create new class demo. So now what I'm trying to tell you is, first we will try to understand what is collection. Okay, basically collection is an interface. So what is the kind of features that collection is offering? As I told, it is allowing us to do the data manipulation, right? So let me repeat one more time. Collection is allowing us to do the data manipulation. So data manipulation that you can confirm, you can do using the collections. So this is important thing, and you can use the group of objects. Group of objects, right? Group of objects. When I say group of object, so what will be the group of object that we will try to see, right? So first thing I will try to tell you is what are the different interfaces that collection is offering. One is the list, another one is the set, and a queue and map. Those are not that much important, queue, but map is important. So we'll discuss about the map. So very important question, what is the difference between list and set and map? First thing is, what is the difference between list and set and map? So these three are important interfaces in collection. We should know what list will do, what set will do, what map will do. It is very important. So first point, since this is one of the collection interface, and set is one of the collection interface, and map is one of the collection interface. Since these three are the collection interface, whatever the nature that is collection having, by default, these interfaces will inherit the features of that. What that means? So list we will use to manipulate the group of object, and set we will use to manipulate the group of object, and map we will use to manipulate the group of objects, right? Since these three interfaces belongs to collection family, whatever the features that is collection is offering, this will be enhanced or inherited by these three interfaces. So the first point, when I ask what is a list, it is a collection interface which will allow us to do the data manipulation. Again, what is set? Set is a collection interface which will allow you to do the manipulation. And what is map? Map is collection interface which will allow you to do the data manipulation. Point number one is clear. right? So point number 1 is very clear. Since it is a collection interface, whatever the features that collection interface is offering, that can be inherited by all the interfaces. Point number 1 is clear. So now the second point is, when these three are doing the data manipulation, then why we need this many interfaces? We should have some unique difference between these three interfaces. What is that unique difference between these three interfaces? Point number 2 will cover all this. Say why we will use list. List will allow us to store the multiple elements and duplicate elements. All the null values, everything can be stored with the list. List will allow us to store the group of elements or group of objects that can be null or that can be duplicate or that can be number of. No matter how many objects that you are storing, list will allow you to store all this. So that is unique nature when you compare to the some different interface. So first, when I ask what is a list, list is a collection interface which is allowing us to do the data manipulation of group of object. And what is uniqueness of list? It will allow you to store the group of elements that can be null or duplicates or number of objects. Number 2. Second, we'll come back to the set. What set will do? As I told, set is a family from collection. It is having the same nature, data manipulation of group of objects. And second, set will allow only, or set will not allow the duplicate entries. Objects or entries, whatever you can define, if you want to define, you can define it. Set will not allow the duplicates. So here only unique elements or unique objects will be stored. It will not allow all the values. If you are giving again a duplicate value, set will not store that. It will store the unique values. Duplicates are not allowed in the set. When you wanted to store the data into set will not at all allow the duplicates. Next, what is map? Since it is also from collection family, it will allow you to do the manipulation. And what map will do, what is the unique nature of map? This will be key value pair. So when you wanted to store the key values, okay, there will be key. For example, student ID or marks or student name and college, student name and branch, key value. Student name and college or student name and marks. So you have to store two elements, and those elements belongs to single object, right? Student name and marks, that is single object, but you wanted to store them as two different parameters, student name and marks. So then you can differentiate with the key value pair. Then you should go with the map, right? So these are the three different interfaces, and this will have their unique nature. So when somebody's asked about the difference between list and set, you should tell, so both all are the collection interfaces that we will use to do the data manipulation, where list will allow to store the group of elements that can be null or duplicate or any number of objects, where set will allow only unique values, not duplicates. It will not enter any duplicates. Where map is the key value pair, here you can store the key and value pair, those are belongs to the single object. So that is very, very important. So this difference. And this third and very important point. So there is three classes which will implement the list. Okay, this is again subfamily. Okay, so list is having again 3 classes. Okay, which will implement the list, right? So the first one is array list, and the second one is linked list. And the third one is vector. Okay, these 3. First one is array list and linked list and vector. So let me finish this one, then we will move to the set. Okay, array list and linked list and vector, these are the classes. No interface, these are the no interfaces, these are the classes. So this class, how this class looks like, actually this will implement the list interface. Again linked list will be implements the list interface, and again vector will implement the list interface. Point 1 is clear for all 3 classes. These 3 classes also belongs to the list. So now the by default nature of these 3 classes will allow you to store the duplicate object, and it can be null and it can be any number of objects. Point number 1 is clear for array list class and linked list class and vector. And point number 2, array list will allow you to do the data manipulation, linked list will allow you to do the data manipulation, and vector will allow you to do the data manipulation, because list is internally implementing this collection. So it is kind of the multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance is nothing but you are depending upon list is depending upon collection. That is nothing but array list indirectly depending upon collection. So it is indirectly inheriting the features of list as well as collection. 2 points is clear with array list, linked list, vector. So first 2 points, what is array list? If somebody is asked, what you have to tell? It is allowing to do the data manipulation, and it will store the group of elements that can be null or duplicate and anything. And now the prime difference, the 2 points you are clear. Now you should have some difference between these 3 classes, right? Then why we need 3 classes if you don't have any difference? So we will try to understand what is the difference is, right? The first important point in the array list is internally uses array data structure. Very, very important interview question. What data structures array list internal uses? That is array. Okay, array is the data structure array list internally uses. Very, very important point. Number 4. Here, array list is index based. Whatever the elements that is present in the array list, all the elements are index based. Index based. Okay, very, very important point. Next, so that is the major difference. And second one, we'll come to the linked list. It is internally uses the doubly linked list. And it is node based. So now you will not understand what is node based and what is index based. When I implement and I will tell difference between the array list and linked list, I will explain in a better way, right? What about vector? Vector internally uses the array data structure, and it is synchronized. I will tell what is synchronized also. So no worries, when we will try to create that object for the vector, then I will describe what is the synchronized everything. So now you are very clear with what is array list and what is linked list and what is vector. Basically, these 3 are the classes which implements the different data structures, and inside the implementation also different. So there will be some benefits that you will get when you use the array list, and when you use the linked list, you will get the different benefits. When you use the vector, you will get the different features. That features I have not explained. I will explain the moment we are executing of array list and linked list and vector. Okay, but basic definition, difference between array list, linked list, you should be aware of it. And when to use array list and when to use linked list, I will explain in detail when to use vector. So now what I have covered, what is array list, which data structure it is internally uses, what type of nature it is. So that is what I have explained. Apart from that, very important point, list will follow the insertion order. Very, very important point is it will follow the insertion order. You will not understand what is insertion order is called. So how you are storing the elements, the same way elements will be stored. When you print the element, the same order will be coming. So what value you are storing first, that will be printed in output, and what value stored second, that will be printed in second position in output. That means insertion order. However you are storing that value in the list, the same order will be coming. Where set and map will not have that nature, that is insertion order. That is also important point actually, when the difference between the list and set and a map, that is also important point, right? Now I will move to the set. So set also having three different classes basically. One is the hash set, and the second one is the linked hash set, and third one is the tree set. So we'll try to understand what is set hash set and what is linked hash set and what is tree set, right? So the first hash set, when I say hash set, so this is again implementing the set interface and set again in implementing the collection. So first 2 points hopefully clear. First point is set hash set is allowing you to do the data manipulation. Since it is the multi-level inheritance, it is use this first point, you can use this one, data manipulation. And second point that you can use is set will not allow the duplicates. Same wise hash set also will not allow the duplicates. Linked hash set also not allow the duplicates, and the tree set also not allow the duplicates. First 2 points are clear. Then what is the difference between these three, and why we need these three different classes when three are doing the same thing? Coming back to that, you have third point actually. This is hash set will not follow the insertion order. So it will filter the duplicates. Well done, but it will not follow the insertion order. However you storing, right, that storing order will not be printed and that will not be stored inside the hash set. Thus this is the drawback with hash set. So this one, this will follows the insertion order. So advantage of linked hash set is it will filter the duplicates, at the same time it will give the insertion order. Okay, it will give the insertion order. Okay, so this is the major advantage with the linked hash set. Which set interface will follows the linked hash set? In interviews, very, very important question. Which of the set interface will follows the insertion order, that is linked hash set? So only this class, hash set and tree set, will not follow the insertion order. Only linked hash set will follow the insertion order. Clear? Next point number 3 in tree set. Okay, point number 3 in tree set. So again, it will be following the ascending order. Two advantages that you will get with this tree set. One is filtering the duplicates, at the same time you can get the ascending order. So two advantages that you're getting, one is ascending order, two is the removing the duplicates. Two advantages that you're getting, one is the ascending order, second is the removing the duplicates, right? So this is the difference between the hash set and linked hash set and a tree set. So this is the difference between hash set and linked hash set and a tree set. Next, third important one is map. Again, this is having three different classes which implements the map. One is the hash map and a linked hash map, and a tree map. Again, these three same. First one is map, nothing but key value pair, and map is implementing the collection. So again, map data manipulation and store the key value pair for all three classes same, and which implements the map interface. And what is the major difference? Again, it will be same. Insertion order will not follow in the hash map, where linked hash map will follow the insertion order, where tree map will follow the ascending order. Okay, so it will follow the ascending order and evenly pair. Right, so this is three collection interfaces. One is a list, one is the set, one is the map.